What's good? All right, guys. Technical difficulties last time around. We're gonna blame them all on Tyre, but we are back. It is Naw Fam, episode 2. I'm your boy Ye Dub, Pod God, Pod Tribal Chief, all of those great things. And joining me as always is the homie Tyre, the man who just drafted 45 Cleveland Browns to his team. Tyre, what's up, man?
Dub?
Oh, I'm just trying to be like you when I grow up, suit man.
Dub, this is a lifestyle. It's not a it's not a, I don't know what you call it. It's just a lifestyle. Just who I am.
Not a choice. You were born this way. It's not Maybelline. Is that what you're saying?
I was born with it, sir.
Oh, okay. So you want to just get right into it with your crazy ass team?
What do you mean, sir?
How many times are you gonna draft the most Browns of anybody in the league?
First of all, which Browns?
Before you hop off that drug.
Before you go into, which Browns did I draft? Can you tell everyone?
Hold on, let me pull up your team right now.
Just tell you so you don't pull this up and you don't go through it. Nick Chubb is a dog. Amari Cooper is just on my bench as a number one receiver. He's on my bench. And in our zany fantasy football league, yes, people, I have Myles Garrett and Owusu Koromoa, two of the highest graded defensive players in the league. Sorry. You finished.
You finished?
You finished?
How'd that work out for you last season?
Baker Mayfield had a torn labrum. Our producer Smiles just jumped in here. He wants to know who David Bell is. David Bell is a third-round receiver, and he is expected to get a lot of passes. I'm just holding him till the end of the year to see if he gets some garbage time.
Is he? Are you sure?
Catches and probably a touchdown here or there.
Y'all think you're gonna be good enough to where receivers are getting in garbage time? Is that what you think?
Either good enough or bad enough.
You think y'all gonna be that good,
Sir, he's going to be the third option on the team, and he's going to get a lot of slot looks. And we all know that the slot is a hot spot in the league. So, very Jarvis Landry type of player, to be honest.
Where do you foresee yourself finishing in the league this year? Do you have championship aspirations?
I see you week. I see you week.
Just happy to be here.
Don't worry about that. That will mark down. You're at 198 point. You're at 199.7. I'm at 198.5. It can go either way. Let's see how much shit you talking then.
I trust the predictors. I do. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll talk, sir. Okay. Now let's talk about your team.
Oh,
the Bullet Club.
We're keeping it
the shooting blanks. How'd it go? How's it going for you?
I mean, I got Pat and Justin. So I'm feeling real good right there. For those of y'all who don't know, which is most of you, we play in a 2-quarterback individual defensive player league. So that being said, we take quarterbacks early, and our draft also took 220 picks, so we got individual defensive players. Get like us one day. Anyways, yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I got 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks.
No Tyreek Hill.
I got Debo as a wide receiver.
Pat Mahomes with no Tyreek Hill. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. We'll be all right. Montez, 3 names, whatever the fuck his name is, will pick up the slack there. Don't worry.
No, my guy Sky Moore, who I also drafted, is going to pick up a lot of slack. But we'll talk about that another time.
I hope you're right. I hope he gets a lot of yards, except for week 3 when I play.
Reverse. Pat Mahomes gets no points.
I'm just saying. They picked me to finish 5th. I feel a lot better about my team than 5th. I came in 2nd last year with, the least amount of waiver wire moves in the entire league because I'm just that damn good at drafting.
And they predicted my team would take on 7th place, so I don't care what the predictors have to say. But we can go on to the next subject whenever you're ready because I'm sure our faithful million listeners do not want to listen to any more of this.
I was just, I just wanted to ask that question about the Browns being so deep on your team again. But we can move it on. It's been 1 weekend in college football. I got a couple of overreactions. Tell me if I'm tripping or not. First one, Bo Nix traveled over 3,000 miles to continue being ass. And then the second one being, from what I saw this weekend, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, Michigan is going to dog walk that team in Columbus again. Am I tripping or not?
You're somewhat close, but I don't want to go into bloviating on what Michigan's going to do to Ohio State this year. Because even last year wasn't as easy of a cakewalk as the score would imply. I would say that Michigan has finally built a nucleus around winning against Columbus. I will also say that Columbus always has the more talented team. It's just that their coach, the right coach, is over in Cincinnati. That's all I'll say about that.
Ooh.
The guy that should be coaching Ohio State is not coaching Ohio State. And in the next 2 years, they're going to throw him the first $100 million contract. That's my prediction.
Ooh. So are you predicting that Ryan Day leaves willingly, or he takes two more L's to Jim and they try to get him the fuck up out of there?
It's going to be one of those resign, I got to take care of my family. My family needs me type of thing. I've got to concentrate more on my family, or I want to be a broadcaster, or I don't know. I got caught buying this player lunch while I was with some strippers, and the strippers somehow are NCAA violation. No, typical Ohio State stuff. Let's match Ohio State together, Dub. Let's do something for once. Let's tag team on this. You be Jadakiss, I be Styles P. Let's just bash the Buckeyes together.
Oh man! So they talked about this high-powered offense. I didn't see it. They told me C.J. Stroud was tied for the front runner to win the Heisman.
Number one overall pick, huh?
I don't.
Man,
I don't believe it.
Man.
They told me that O-line is going to be something terrible.
The line of Ohio State.
I don't believe it.
We're going to be juggernauts. It was going to be, oh God, it was going to be like the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s just in Columbus. I mean, come on.
Michigan is going to live in that backfield. They're going to live in that backfield. They're going to be in C.J. Stroud's face, knock him down, pick him back up again, knock him down again.
Rent free. It's going to be like Section 8, just all up in the backfield. Goodness gracious.
So bitching about Ohio State aside, I'm not bitching, dog walking Ohio State aside, how about my other take? Bo Nix traveled 3,000 miles to continue being ass. That man is 0-4 against Georgia at 2 different schools. That is insane to me.
I think that we're kind of overlooking Georgia at this point as being the next huge national power for the next 10 years to come. I think that when you have...
So they are that good. You
I think that they are that
good, even though they lost so
I
much.
think they are that good. I think that Breeze kid, the defensive tackle, is going to be Aaron Donald 2.0. He's going to be the next Hall of Fame defensive tackle to come into the league.
Terrifying.
The man is a man-child amongst boys. I don't know how. I don't know what they're feeding them kids down there, but keep feeding them. It's the milk, I assume. But
man, if you were to tell me that Breeze kid was actually a 40-year-old man with a second mortgage who's just been in the weight room for 20 years, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Bruh,
makes perfect sense.
Bruh, that is a large individual, and I hope that he gets caught with some type of drug or something, so that the Browns can take him in the second round next year.
Damn, you just gonna fucking
dude. I was hoping the same thing for Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is my favorite player outside of the Browns in the NFL. I wanted him to get caught with some type, like his urine was just too clean. They thought that he was trying to contaminate it or something. Nothing crazy, nothing major, just something to get this guy's like, ooh, maybe we shouldn't get him.
Like the thing.
Yeah. I mean, not that deep. I don't want that visualization out there. But just hey, at the combine, he didn't wear a shirt and a tie, and we don't like that here. I wanted him to have that type of vibe, like just something small that turns the scouts off, whatever it may be. He came in with a kilt on, and they called it a skirt.
All right. Well, what is your college football overreaction from the weekend that we just witnessed of? Almost 72 hours straight of college football.
That my beloved Bowling Green Falcons flew all the way out to L.A. just to kick it in Brentwood and nothing else. UCLA and...
They kept that game close for
they kept it close, but that's usually what happens when you take on Division II or a low, mid division team. Like what they do is they fill them out for the first half, and then in the second half, the talent just overcomes them. That's what happens. Like whenever you're trying to place a bet in the LA or Vegas or sports books, wherever you may do it, always bet under 10 points in the first half for any of these like sucker games, because the other team just trying to fill them out. They didn't get a good chance to scout them. They don't really care much for them. They just know it's kind of like a preseason game. And in the first half, they fill it out. In the second half, they knock them out.
But the kids had a good time, right? And that's all.
When you're on Rodeo Drive and you get to, see the Tiffany's and the Louis Vuittons and the Salvatore Ferragamos and the various other brands, the Christian Dior's, and you're coming from the Midwest and they don't have a lot of that over here, yeah, sure, go kick it. But we all know what that was about. It's about collecting the bag and coming back.
So we'll see how many of them got like the Prada and Gucci belts when me and you were at homecoming.
No, we'll see which ones got arrested for stealing them.
Oh man! Speaking of steals, some people say the Cavs got a steal, Donovan Mitchell from the Jazz, and then some people say the Cavs got shafted. Which way are you leaning on this one as my resident Cavaliers?
I'm not a Cavaliers expert. I'm a Ja Morant expert. Let's be clear on that. I support almost everything Cleveland, and I will say this is they've done a great job. It was a great trade. I mean, you already have your future intact. You got rid of Colin Sexton, which was pretty much a waste of cap space in the future, and you also were able to take on an all-star caliber point guard. That's what you want to do. You want to take on the all-star guy to come in here, get these younger guys ready to take it to the next level in the playoffs. And when you're coming from the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference, it's going to be an easier walk for you. For whatever reason, the Eastern Conference is usually looked at as the Eastern Conference. So that'll give them a 90% chance at the Eastern Conference Finals and a 80% chance at the Finals. That's all that matters.
A 90%
chance at the Eastern Conference Finals.
Wow.
Okay.
I think they're going to be good. 90 is high.
Who else is going to unseat them in the Eastern Conference?
They're not better than Miami. They're not better than Boston. They're not better than Milwaukee. Brooklyn to be determined.
Okay, so you just named 3 teams.
I mean,
Milwaukee, Boston, and who? And Miami?
Yes.
Jimmy Butler's our age at this point.
What are you saying? We old?
Jimmy Butler's our age at this point. And there's only so much more.
So is Jimmy.
There's only so many more practices that Jimmy can go hard in until he does something crazy and tries to prove his point. And he tears off a wrist or something crazy. Jason Tatum just came off a tough summer here. And he's going to have to get through this regular season trying to overcome that shadow from last year's finals. That only leaves Milwaukee, and you forgot to mention Philly. I think Philly is also a really decent team.
There we go.
But see, the thing is, we don't know what type of shape James Harden's going to be in. If he's going to play his way in shape, he's one of those players that tend to play his way into shape. And by the time the playoffs come, he didn't play his way into shape, but now his body's getting used to his new body from his old body over the summer body, if you get what I'm saying. So that only leaves us.
Bodies.
It only leaves us in Milwaukee. And that's what's going to be the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, what we do against Milwaukee is going to be up to us. If Mobley can be able to outdo Giannis, that's going to be determined by us and what we do in the future. And it's going to be Cleveland and Memphis in the finals.
You heard it here first, guys. On September 5th, you guys will probably hear this at a later date, but on September 5th, Tyre said Cleveland versus Memphis in the finals.
My nephew versus my hometown. What can I say?
You're not related to that.
Ja Morant's my nephew.
I don't know you.
Ja Morant is my nephew.
Just because you feel like he would be a good nephew to you because of your parental skills, he's not related to you. That man don't know you.
So if I can get Ja Morant on the show, would you eat crow?
Absolutely,
Okay.
100%.
Well,
I would literally have one of the white boys from my job who hunts kill a crow and eat it.
probably
Absolutely.
tastes like chicken.
I don't know. They're going to kill some dove for me. I'm going to try that.
Oh, it's very delicious.
Oh, see? My mom told me I was crazy. Anyways, off topic, but Cavs 90% locked to Eastern Conference Finals. Here's the problem, Tyre. In the second round, they have to play one of those 4 teams I mentioned. You think they can beat them all?
Yes. They can.
Oh.
That's all that matters is can they not?
No, I don't
so
think
they can't beat any of those teams.
Not a 7-game series. They're not beating Mo. You know what? They can beat Boston.
So they just got to the championship last year.
Yeah, but the way they turned the ball over, I think the way they turned the ball over and the way Golden State took advantage of it is going to be the blueprint for other teams to beat Boston. They can beat Boston. They can. Do I think it would happen?
But it's just a matter of can.
Milwaukee in 5.
It's just a matter of can. And
Miami in 4.
I'm not going to over talk you. It's okay. Go ahead. Continue.
Miami beats them in 4.
In 4.
Milwaukee beats them in 5. Yes.
Those young legs and that qualified point guard in 4 games.
Yes.
So after we beat Detroit in the first round, once we're the 2nd seed and they're the 7th seed, then you're just going to really start hating on the Cavs again, aren't you?
Can you guys beat Detroit?
Detroit's going to beat themselves. We're just going to be there to watch it.
Detroit in 7.
27. Detroit in 2027.
Detroit in 7.
What you talking about? Detroit in 7.
Hey, that's 5 years. Our core will be in the prime. I'll tell you what, championship in 2027, baby, if not sooner.
That's when Detroit gonna get it.
You 100%
right. Detroit in 7 against the Cavs this year. You must be smoking. You on that dub pack?
You
on that dub pack, ain't you?
They got a 90% chance of going
you on
to
that trade for dub, ain't you?
The finals.
Yeah, brother. Take you back to the high school days, huh?
You sound crazy.
You had some of the.
Oh, come on, 04, the greatest team of all time.
I'm talking about in 03 when you were selling them packs out there. You decided to keep a little bit for yourself and smoke it, didn't you?
I don't sell nothing.
I just said
nothing.
packs.
I'm an honest.
I just said packs, sir.
I'm an honest man.
It's not. You can honestly sell.
Oh, packs of mixtapes. I was like selling mixtapes.
Yeah, you was hiding out your mind then too.
I don't do drugs, Tyre. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, all right, sir.
I don't do no type of drugs. No type of drugs.
That's Sharpie that you were writing your name on.
I just started taking CBD to help me sleep. Nope. I don't do nothing. Don't do nothing.
Just straight edge, huh? Straight edge Detroit. Just Fagos and Conies.
Fagos are a drug in themselves. Have you ever had? Boy, let me tell you.
That red pop get to you.
Fago orange barbecue sauce. Oh, it's phenomenal. I'm about to make you some Fago orange barbecue sauce one day. It's some of the best stuff ever.
That sounds like the orange chicken that they be serving at the Chinese restaurants.
Ooh, could you imagine orange chicken with the Fago orange? I might have to try that
Boy,
out.
that is high fructose corn syrup. You're gonna be eating some glazed diabetes, my nigga.
It's all right, man. It's all right. I've been lifting. I've been in the gym, man. I ain't lost 30. We good. You
look down. I bet you see it.
Anyways,
you find it.
That's why I'll never look down. I look up into the sky at all times. Come on,
it's
now.
All right.
Come on, man.
It's all right, bro.
Come on, man.
It's all right.
You're not gonna catch me up. Come on, man.
We all gained it. I'm not. This jacket ain't loose. It's tight. I look like Brad Maddox.
I see it. I see that. In that one video, all the videos.
Next subject. What is next?
Okay. I mean, people got almost canceled because of that one video that, you guys can Google on your own. So, all right. So, my co-host topic, so the statute of limitations on cancellations. I have no clue what it is, but my co-host here believes there is a statute. I don't know when it is, where it is. So, Tyre, talk to the people. Tell me what the statute of limitations on cancellations is, and I want to tell you, I love that alliteration.
Dub, I'm not talking to you. Smiles, our producer. Smiles on the board, by the way. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to society in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, we have grown to a society where we are accepting of all things. We love people no matter who they marry, who they love. We love people no matter what they worship or what they do. And we have shunned the past, and we have done a great job at that. What I'm having an issue with is us retrying the past. Of course, we can retry the past and call out things like laws and, things of that nature where things are being done unfairly, where people are using recreational drugs to make themselves feel better or for medicinal purposes, or even trying to take on new ideals and paths in their lives. But ladies and gentlemen, there's got to be a point where we stop this. Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears are being canceled, or they're trying to cancel them. I don't know what the heck is going on a Funny or Die sketch that came out over 8 years ago. People, that Funny or Die sketch has been out for a long time now. It has not been hidden from anyone. And now you're trying to retry it and rehash it just to shame these powerful black people and these people who have made their lives successful. Yes, people have made mistakes on art before. But come on, guys. We can call it out and move on. To make every video on YouTube about this is getting ridiculous. We should call the carpet more important things. There's people in Jackson, Mississippi right now that's not drinking clean water. Flint, Michigan's been drinking dirty water for 50 years. They just found out about it about 6 years ago. We have to move forward and make sure that if we're going to try to cancel something as a people, that we cancel real issues and not a sketch. The sketch can be frowned upon. The sketch can be questioned, or you can just not watch it. Ever thought of that? Just not watch a sketch. Just say, hey, they took a swing at comedy and they missed. You ever heard somebody say a funny joke? Great. You ever heard somebody not say a funny joke but thought it was a joke? And you just look at them like,
yeah.
Dub does it all the time. Just move on. Just move on.
Wow. Are you saying I'm going to get canceled one day?
Dub, I've been trying to cancel you for the last 5 months now, bro.
And I'm bulletproof, baby.
I've been trying to. Yeah. That's certified in Detroit.
Whoo, tell you what. Kevlar, Teflon, Don. Speaking of Detroit people, there is somebody else who the internet tried to cancel recently, and that would be King Mathers himself, Eminem. I don't know if you saw this, Tyre, but Gen Z got real up in arms about Love the Way You Lie. Remember that song?
Yeah.
With Rihanna?
Yes.
It's essentially about domestic violence.
Okay.
A very toxic couple and everything about that. And they said, why is this okay? Why are we standing this man? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sitting there listening to that. I'm like, first of all, there's nothing you can do to that man. Secondly, have you guys heard Kim? No. And I don't mean Kardashian. I mean the song towards the tail end of the Marshall Mathers LP, which is all about Eminem, like, graphically killing his wife. And so I do agree with you to a point. There is a statute of limitations. I'm not sure what it is, but I think a lot of it is that, I'll be real here, Gen Z's kind of soft.
Need to cancel that. Need to cancel that nigga anyway. So get him out of here.
Calm down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And they can't take the humor that we took, even though it might have been a little problematic, and they don't know how to laugh. Like, you look at a show like South Park, it only continues on because it has such a strong tradition. It couldn't come out now amongst these kids now. They wouldn't be able to handle it. And people like us have been watching it since we were like 10, 11 years old. A rapper like M couldn't come out now. Shit, rap as a whole could not exist, could not start now. The way that they've talked about women, they've talked about each other and everything like that. So, for once, I agree with you. that we do need to put like a limitation on these things, and I am uncancelable. But that being said, once we blow up, I am deleting the fuck out of my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram will be wiped clean and start anew. Because what they're not going to do is catch me slipping.
Don't cut me off from this, Smiles, but I got to say something. Marshall needs to be canceled for that damn hat he wore on Hard Knocks. He looked like the damn conductor on Shining Time Station with that bad boy on. What was he thinking?
Listen, M's never.
Do you realize that man? Do you realize that man represents your city, and that's how he decides to dress? Like that's the
fashion guy.
When they think of Detroit, they think of him.
Listen, never has a white guy from Detroit been known for fashion, like ever.
Never has a person from Detroit been known for fashion.
Whoa.
Tell me,
how many people worldwide is wearing buffs because of us? Come on now. Pink Gators? Come on. Now later Gators? Come on.
Bro, you don't even know the brand of of Gators there are out there.
Come on. Stacey Adams? Come on, man.
Stacey Adams don't do Gators. They do Croc embossed leather.
I'm not talking about Stacey Adams doing Gators. Stacey Adams is just a staple.
I said name a Gator brand. Name a Gator brand, Mr. Detroit man. Name a Gator brand.
I'm not rich like you. I ain't got no Gators. I'm not rich like you. You see me?
So you don't have so you don't have Cartiers?
No,
you have Cartiers.
I ain't earned them yet.
So you don't have buffs, but you know about them.
My OG is not bestowed any on, of course.
So all I'm saying is name a Gator brand. Name a Gator brand.
See, again, I'm not that rich.
Belvedere, Meslon, Ferragamo, those brands are Gator brands.
Remember, I told you this man is rich. I told you this man is rich.
No, I just know what's out there, and I know what taste is.
How many Gators you got in those?
I do not own a pair of Gators. I own a few other pairs of other kind of shoes, and they are leather, but they are not Gators.
Okay.
And yes, they're from Italy, but they are not.
Detroit is a fashionable city. Don't get it twisted.
Buffs, I'll give you that. I will back down from that. Buffs, you guys got that. You guys originated it, but to have Marshall up there, first of all, in a full-on jacket and it's 90 degrees outside, like this is your guy. This is your dude.
But man, you don't know. He might be anemic or something. You don't know.
He ain't anemic. Listen, that man used to walk around with overalls and with no shirt on underneath. How many pairs of Shady
held up Marshall as a champion of fashion? How many limited lasts for like 6 months? That's why.
Shady wear.
How many shady?
Yes. Huh?
How many Shady limited shirts did I have? Was that what you were going to ask me?
Yeah, please tell me. Please tell me. I want you to be ashamed of yourself.
I had one.
Why?
I had one. Oh, I had one.
Why?
What?
It's literally you the only
factory, and
you are the only black man that I've ever heard admit this. Wow. The niggas in D12 didn't even wear this.
Oh, admit it. Okay, admit it. I know niggas that was wearing Shady Limited. They might not admit it now.
Not no real ones. They were probably skateboarding and shit, wearing Vans.
I only associate with real niggas. Stop it. Stop it.
Nebraska type.
Why are you so angry?
That shit was some bullshit.
What did M do to you?
I'd rather wear some Paco. I'd rather wear Paco before I wear that shit.
You know what? I forgot what he did to MGK. I forgot. You're right.
I'd rather wear Vocal. Yeah, he out white boy the white boy. You're right.
I understand.
You're right.
Can we move on? Smile said we've been
at
this subject
for
like 20 minutes.
I apologize, producer man. Forgive me. I just had to get that off my chest.
Producer about to fly home just to run up on you. Jesus Christ.
He ain't running up on me over that bullshit ass-wear. Smiles ain't never owned nothing from freaking them. Vocal.
You hear that?
None of that.
But if Rick Ross had a clothing line, Smiles would be all over it. Yep. All right, but anyways, our last topic of the day, y'all. We know. Our last topic of the day. Everybody's giving you their takes. See? Everybody's giving you their takes on what I'm calling verse of the year, what some are calling the best verse ever from said rapper. Of course, we are talking about the verse from the one and only Jay-Z, from Hove, on the song God Did, on the album God Did, from DJ Khaled. Tyre, my brother, I'm going to go limb right now and say, top 5 Hove verse. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Top 5 Hove verse, period?
Yeah.
You might want to clean that. Hove verse, period.
Yeah. Yeah, top 5. Top 5.
Okay.
Diamonds remix, takeover intro, second verse on Blueprint 2.
80s babies. I'm going to need y'all to just stop this. Cut it out. Y'all sound like our parents did back when the Temptations went back on tour back in 82 and them dudes had bad knees, a horrible back, and rehabbing from cocaine. Jay-Z is the greatest rapper to ever walk this earth to this day. There will be no one that can supplant him in the recent years to come. And maybe when we're both all old and gray, we'll see another guy come up there and come of ranks. But every time Jay-Z drops a verse, a little hint at something, our generation just goes crazy for it, like the fat women do for Beyonce. It's getting ridiculous. Yes, we acknowledge greatness. Yes, we know that rhyme was great. We knew he was going to out-rap everybody on that verse, including Lil Wayne. And yes, it was...
Who also had a great verse.
Who also had a great verse. But people, the greatest verse Hove ever did?
Top 5.
In the top 5?
Top 5.
There's at least 10 Blueprint verses that'll kill that right now.
I don't know about that.
Verse 2 of Takeover.
Verse 2 of Takeover might be in the 5. Okay, that's fair.
You don't know.
I'm not organizing my 5.
You don't know.
No, this is better.
I'm just going off Blueprint.
Sorry, my Alexa.
See, even Alexa gotta tell you what's going on. What, bro? Really?
Hove,
really?
Man.
Top 5.
Turn water to wine. All Hove need was a stove. Come on, man.
Bro, we have at least. Go ahead, Smiles. Never Let Me Down on Kanye's album. Put on Kanye's remix. Murder to Excellence.
I do love that song.
Blueprint 2.
I said
Blackout.
Blueprint 2.
Blackout. I said second verse of Takeover.
Well, no, this verse is better than the first verse of Blueprint 2, but the second verse.
The second verse of Blueprint 2. Dead Presidents.
Because a nigga wear a kufi don't mean that he right.
Politics as Usual. Are you Dub, you on that dub pack, boy. You on that dub pack. Just admit it. Just admit that you took 2 hits before you got on the show. Just say you took 2 hits.
No.
It's all right. It's okay. It's legal in Michigan. It's all right, brother.
No. Nope. New planes getting broken in. Highest elevation of self. Come on, man. They done fucked around to get a white nigga's wealth. Come on.
It is a great verse. Yes. Not a top 5 whole verse. Nigga, what? Nigga, who?
Where you put it then?
Top 20. I'll give it top 20. I'll give it top 20.
So you're just calling me a prisoner of the moment?
Now, I will say this. It will win Rap Performance of the Year at the Grammys. It's already solidified.
Ooh, okay.
That's what it's going to do.
Okay.
It's going to win it. Like, if anything else gets it above that, we need to go ahead and cancel the Grammys like we did that bullshit ass Oscars. I can't believe y'all was watching. I can't believe y'all was watching that bullshit just because Will Smith smacked a man.
I wasn't watching it at all. I didn't find.
I wasn't watching it either. You guys. I'm talking to society again, Dub. I'm not talking to you or our EP Smiles on the boards.
Smiles is busy like listening to more random MMG stuff. Listening to Stolly's second album that nobody knew ever existed before Stolly left MMG.
He's looking at the Stolly stems like, man, if he had just put the drums right at this second here, it would have been on. It would have definitely been in there. He would have, man. Can't believe he didn't put on for Ohio like that.
I got Smiles listening to all the MMG Dream Chasers guys. Like, yeah, they next up, man. They next up. As soon as Meek and Ross get their situation right, all the Dream Chasers is next up.
Them niggas 45 years old, but they coming. And then he'll justify it too, like, hey, you know them Griselda niggas is our age. You know there's always a shot for these MMG guys. Gunplay part 4.
Well, first of all, the Griselda niggas is in their 40s, all of them. Anyway, clearly we're not going to agree on how great this whole verse is. So I think we can wrap it there. What do you think, guys? Another great episode?
I think so. I think I need to work on my eye coordination with the camera because I keep trying to look at you and then me. But that's behind the board stuff. I'm sorry, guys. Don't mean to bore you with that one.
Light-skinned nigga loves looking at himself. I tell you what.
I'm not light-skinned. It's just the lights.
All of the lights, right? No uses. See what I did there? Another billionaire that came from Hove's crib. It breaks my heart. All right, y'all. This has been another episode of Naw Fam, the greatest sports hip-hop debate show in the history of all sports hip-hop debate shows. Thank you to Smiles, our illustrious producer over there, producing us up, giving us our time counts. Shout out to the homie Tyre. Tyre, drop your socials on the people if they want to follow you and yell at you about your takes.
I don't have social media.
All right, I'm going to plead the fifth on that one.